My blissful gorgeous self, even if all gods of all religions combine together, they cannot give you peace until and unless you begin to strive for right perspective. Without right view, you cannot enjoy even your delicious food, $1,000,000 home, car, friends, wife, and all the success of life which your fortune has provided you are going to provide you. A restless, disoriented, bored, tired, hyperactive, tacoholic, constant hunting for new entertainment. This all is due to not being able to confront your true self. Too barren, empty, and aloof inside you have become. Only doing body left and right in yoga asanas cannot heal you of this precarious condition. Therefore, please develop an interest in this Bhagavad Katha I have started for modern humanity. Bhagavan is far different from what God you know now. Buddhism and Jainism are godless religions. They do not believe in God, but they also believe in Bhagavan. Same way, Zoroastrianism, Judaism, Christianity do not know the correct definition of God nor Bhagavan, but they all believe in one thing, that is submission, surrender. And surrender leads only to one place, to Bhagavan. More specifically, at the lotus feet of Krishna Bhagavan. Okay? The constitutions of all nations, laws, customs, manners, and ideals of society are formatted to imbibe and instill a good character, a humanness in all people. Civilization, culture, and religions are also introduced to make you more human, more refined one. Your humanness is mature, valid, only when an ever-increasing unconditional love for God is pointed out in your life. All scientific discoveries, wealth, Disneyland, are to facilitate your life to complete this course. All yoga asanas are formatted to dissolve blockages, heal the body, and make you flexible and relaxing to complete this course faster and fastest, my dear friend. Okay? When you enter timeless dimension of meditation through classical music, you get into Vitarkanugat Samadhi, my dear friends. When you meditate on the recollections of the music, leads to Vicharanugat Samadhi. When the music and the listener both are transcended and you are filled with ecstasies and nothing else left, this is Anandanugata Samadhi. As soon as these ecstasies become ever-increasing new impulses and vibrations of your own true self, there goes Asmitanugata Samadhi, my dear friends. With the warmth of joy, when all your destinies, providences, misfortunes have evaporated away, your pure consciousness shines out in effulgent glory and grace. There goes Nirvikalpa Samadhi, my dear. Before this final flash of enlightenment, the existence offers you a flower of blessing of cosmic intelligence called Viveka Khyati, the Ritambhara Prajna. This is how you know in terms of yoga. In yoga, we condense. In love, we expand. Okay, remember this point. In yoga, we condense. In love, we expand. Now, with this introduction, we enter into our Bhagavad Katha. This is Venugeet, flute music of Lord Krishna. This is the subject, my dear friends. Itham sharat swachha jalam padmakara sugandhina nyavishadvayuna vatam sa gopalakochuta. My dear friends, only golds and diamonds and pearls and dollar bills and bungalow and car and yacht and helicopters are not the only prosperity. Fresh air is also prosperity, perfume is also prosperity, green life is also prosperity, pollution-free clean water is also prosperity. Luck-time prosperity are also a great prosperity, okay? Lord Krishna enters a forest which is so rich, so prosperous with all these fundamental prosperities, my dear friends. And that forest is known as Vrindavan. And how is Krishna? Shukdev Ji Maharaj says, Sa Gopalakochuta. He is also very prosperous, very wealthy indeed. My dear friends, being sick and lonely is the biggest poverty there can be. No amount of wealth can wipe that out. The holy cows represent the healthiest senses, and Gopas represent integrated, mature friends. Krishna is surrounded by them. How is Krishna, my dear friends? Sukdev Ji says, Achyutaha na chavate swaswarupat iti achyutaha. One who never ever slips from the exalted cosmic status is Achyut, whose intention, action, words are always for cosmic purpose. He is Achyut. Kusumitavanaраje Shushma Bhringadvija Kulagushta Sarasarin Mahidram Madhupatiravagaya Charayanga Saha Pashupalavalashchukujavenum. Now, in order to enjoy the transcendental mellows, three qualities are necessary in your passionate love and emotions. First, crystalline cleanliness like pools and ponds and lakes of Vrindavan. Second is non-stop, speedy flow of feelings like rivers of Vrindavan. And third is sturdy, rock-hard enthusiasm in devotional service as high-rising Giriraj of 5,000 years ago. Now Krishna enters a magnificent, picturesque woodland where multicolored, fragrant flowers of feelings and longings are blooming widely, my dear friends. Krishna is Madhu Brahm, from whom the very sweetness comes in your love. In your relationships, that sweetness comes from Krishna. Even in your food and drinks and long drivings and honeymoons and wedding ceremonies and parties. From where the sweetness is coming, my dear friends? It will take a long time for you to understand. But in short, I am going to tell you right now, it comes from Sri Krishna. Shukdev Ji says, Madhupati. Yes, the same one of whom the Vedas sing. Madhubhataritayate madhupcharanti sindhava madhvirna santoshadhi madhunakta mutoshaso madhumat parthivam braja madhudyau rastunah pita madhuman no vanaspati madhurma madhumang astu surya madhvir gavo bhavantuna. This is from Shukla Yajurveda Madhyandini Sangita, my dear friends. The Vedas enter a big question jungle. How is the absolute truth? At last they found out that is Madhu, which means the nature of cosmic sweetness, nature of ultimate beautifulness, nature of endless honeysuckle days, okay? Eternal honeymoon night. Then the Rishi meditates on a wish to be perfectly happy. That's where this mantra springs out. Let every dust particle, water drops, waves of breeze, flow of river, shower of rain, the ocean, the trees, the sunshine, the holy cows, all become the source of cosmic sweetness. And Krishna is the Lord of that cosmic sweetness, my dear. So he is Madhupati. He, the most prosperous one, he the absolute sweetness, the Lord of absolute sweetness, entered the most prosperous woodland of Vrindavan. How he entered, my dear friends? Saha Pashupala Balaschu Kujavenum. Playing flute, not himself alone, but today he has handed over flutes in the hands of all dozens of his friends, even Balramji. They all are playing in the tune of Krishna, just imitating him. What is this flute, my dear? In Sanskrit it is called Venu. What is Venu? Vascha, Ishcha, Vayau, Brahmananda, Vishyanandau, Tau, Anu, Yasmat, Asau Venu. That's what the flute is. Before whom, in compare to whom, the joys of cosmic consciousness and the pleasures of material enjoyments both become insignificant. That is flute, that is Venu in Sanskrit language, my dear friends. Okay. Ask me again, what is flute? I tell you, the profound calmness born of oceanic understanding is Brahmi Sthiti, or cosmic consciousness, and mixing 50 trillion tons of honey in that, and then arising sky-high waves on that ocean of understanding, dancing in multi-million newer and prettier, colorful, blissful waves. This is divine love, the bhakti, and the flute is the one who raises them to dance. That mystical flute Krishna played, my dear, in Vrindavan. All Gopis played sweet music, sweet sound echoed all around. Then what happened? Tadvrajastriya asrutya Venugitam smarodayam Kashchit paroksham Krishnasya Swasakibhyo Varnayan. That sweet, erotic, passionate, intoxicating, lovely sound reverberated, filling and encompassing all everywhere. Enlightened saints have told me this music is still echoing from beginninglessly to endlessly. Meanwhile, countless creations, civilizations, dissolutions pass by for yugas and manvantaras and kalpas. And humanity goes on being cycled and recycled in 8400,000 bodies. But his psychological patterns, karmas and sanskaras, according to They keep on being cycled and recycled in all these yonis, in all these species. And when Krishna blesses with his love, then one is able to listen it, and then he moves fast and attains him. Here again, 5,000 years ago, it was heard in Vrindavan collectively, and Gopis heard it. Everyone's heart was captivated, even trees and vines were filled. Aspandanam gatimatam pulakastarunam. They are dripping syrup and honey. Wealth is dear to you as long as government does not dump you in the jail for tax evasion. Okay? And your honeymoon or your love making is dear to you as long your partner does not give you a hard time. As long as your wife is saved from being interested in another man, only so long your love making is enjoyable. So religion is dear to you only as long as your intellect is neat and clean, okay, unconfused. That means if you are confused, if your intellect is polluted, then religion does not appeal to you. You would like to reject it. These are the occasions where the joy is possible, my dear friends, okay? Flute music of the Lord can be enjoyed only when your fascinations for various kinds of liberations are known as selfish ends and they are fully finished. Okay? Your fascinations to all these are finished. Tadvarnam aitumarabdha smarantya Krishna cheshtitam nashakan smaravegena vichipta manaso nripa. My dear friends, then Gopis heard because they are very neat and clean and their fascinations for all liberations are finished completely. So immediately they heard it. Gopis heard it, my dear friends, and began to describe it to her friend, their friend. As she began, love overtook her being, and she began to see Krishna Cheshtitam. While playing flute, how his eyes move, eyebrows move, head shakes, chin moves, shape of cheeks changes, my dear friend. The spirit of the Gopis came out of their bodies and travelled astrally and floated down to the woodland, to the sky where Krishna is standing. How is Krishna, my dear friend? Sukadevji Maharaj sings, the most fascinating, most loving, most dear verse of his life. And this is Barhapidam Natavaravapu Karnayo Karnikaram. Barhapidam Natavaravapu Karnayo Karnikaram. Vibhrandvasa Kanagagavisham Vajayantim Jamalam. Randhranvero Radharasudaya Purayan Gopavrindair Vrindaranyam Svabhadaramanam Bravishadgitagirdi. My dear friend, this is the verse which brought Shukadevji from miracle samadhi to the physical plane of existence. This infused a bhakti in his heart and he ran down madly in love with Krishna. So I am explaining you, decoding you all the multi-meaning, beautiful descriptions of Krishna depicted in this verse. Baraha pidam natavaravapu. Gopis looked straight to Krishna's face. My dear friend, those who adore God with servitude, devotion, they are not to see above, but only to the lotus feet. Look at Sri Hanumanji, look at Sri Lakshmanaji, look at Sri Garudaji. But gopis lift their eyeballs so high up on the head, and even above that she saw his crown. Baraha pidam natavaravapu. Krishna is wearing peacock feather gold crown. Why peacock feather, dear? Because when the peacocks walk, they squeeze up all their big long spread of feathers within themselves. When they dance, all expand out. Same way, small name of Krishna, short reflections on Krishna, brief vision of Krishna is all that you start with, and soon he is inside you. Once inside, he enlarges himself so gigantically, so colossally, that everything of your world vanish away, and he alone shines and dazzles and illuminates. According to Hindu scriptures, a bird feather is unclean, impure. You got to wash your hands after it is touched. But Sri Krishna is coming with the whole crown made of it. Means he is not going to care about your religion, but you directly, okay? Who is this peacock, dear friends? Radha Priya Mayurasya Barha Murna Vibhartyajaha. This one is a special dearmost pet of Sri Radha. And this pet dances ecstatically as it hears Krishna's flute music. Then a feather fell. That feather is on Krishna's crown as a token of love, my dear friends. Seeing this, Sri Radha feels when he loves so much even to his deer, his peacock feather, then how much will he love me? Sri Radha thinks like this. Baraha pidam natavaravapu. Nat means actor, var means groom. Krishna comes a both. The Varenyam of Gayatri Mantra comes in assuming the form of groom. Why? What for? To find all his own. For relaxation and rest, you travel far and wide to Kashmir, Switzerland, United States, Paris. You spend millions of dollars, but if you can just care to learn how to divert your mind from the world and unite with God, even for 20 minutes, you not only save a lot of your dollars, but also and your time, but also gain so much. This topic is a method. Let your body remain at your office, your home, anywhere. Pull out your mind and join Krishna in Vrindavan. Okay? Baraha pidam natavaravapu. The crown of feathers on the Lord is not inert, my dear friend. Remember this. It is conscious. It has nothing but eyes and eyes and eyes, as if Lord is saying, my beloved, oh my dear Brajavasis, I long to see you with not only 2 eyes, but so many, millions of eyes. I want to see you all, with all my eyes. And my dear, as soon as you go exhausted in your work, to fan you, look, I have put this feather fan right on my head. Panditji from Vrindavan says, Krishna was going somewhere joyfully, dancingly, playing music on his flute. Suddenly he saw a footprint of Sri Radha printed on the dust, and sun was getting hot. He became so absorbed, so transported in the presence of Sri Radha that he felt the presence of Sri Radha. He stood up to give it a shade and pulled out his feather and began fanning them, those footprints. There are 2 traditions of devotion in Vrindavan, my dear. In one tradition, the crown of Krishna hangs to the right side, and in another, it hangs to the left side. Why left, my dear friend? Because on the left is Sri Radha, and he offers her shade and coziness and protection. Tat sukha sukhitvam. Being happy in the happiness of the loved one is the nature of true love. And Vrindavan is full of this. Natavaravapuhu. It is very difficult to unite this turbulent mind with God. So God decided to descend himself in the land of restlessness, in the world of movie makers, among actors, where restlessness is full, and he gave it a handshake, my dear friend. This is how he did it, being Natavaravapuhu. My dear friends, Lord Shiva is known as Nataraj, and Lord Krishna is known as Natavar. Lord Shiva dances wearing serpents. Krishna dances on the hoods of serpents. When Lord Shiva danced as Nataraj? When Lord Shiva danced as Nataraj? Tell me. Shiva Chronicles say Devi Parvati was hurt when she found out her father Himalaya is fixing his marriage to the dignitaries of the Brahmanda. He is looking for great celebrity, big celebrity. And she was disappointed. She vanished with her 2 friends and hid in a Mount Kailasian cave. It was Bhadra Shukla 3rd. They set fire and were sitting quietly. Her worried father at last approached her, and Parvati insisted, I'll marry only with Lord Shiva. And father said, okay baby, I accept, but with one condition. If Lord Shiva himself comes and asks me for your hand, then Parvati wrote a love letter. Shiva agreed. He assumed the form of a magnificent Nataraj holding Damru. He appeared in the royal court of Himalayas. Upon their request, he gave a decent performance, dancing. It was exquisite dance. At the end, applause filled the assembly. And Himalaya spoke, Bravo, bravo, ask for anything and you got it. Would you give me really? Nataraj asked. Of course, 100 times, yes, Himalaya assured. Okay, then give me Parvati, give me Parvati. Everyone became furious. Then Lord Shiva appeared in his real Shiva form, and a wave of joy spread out, my dear friends. So Lord Shiva became Nataraj to obtain Parvati, and Krishna became Natvar to find his own. Find his own. For that reason, he resigned from his godhood. Okay? My dear friend, when he resigned from his godhood and became an actor, he invited for a big party and he offered his lover a grand Deepavali gift, nicely packaged and decorated. That gift was the gift of his godhood. He announced on that day, "Get lost, oh you silly godhood." I am, and the godhood went packaged in the beautiful boxes to all those who love Krishna madly, my dear friend. You get this gift. "Never come to me again," Krishna said. "Oh godhood, never come to me again. I will live now as an actor, singing, dancing, entertaining everyone who fall in mad love with me now on. This will be my lifestyle." For details, please see Bhaktamal, a wonderful book, Garland of Lovers of God, written by great sage Navhadas Ji Maharaj. My dear friend, that's why all along throughout the Vedic civilization, actors were always on a lower class, Shudras. But now, because those days everybody strived for enlightenment, not for entertainment. But now, since the beginning of the last century, when everybody became restless and entertainment oriented, these actors suddenly rose up so high that even Brahmin sons and daughters are parading around Bollywood in India, in Mumbai, and Hollywood in Los Angeles, doors of Universal Studios so that they can get good jobs. What to speak of others? Even I became interested and visited Universal Studio in Los Angeles when I was there, and even casinos in Las Vegas when there was some lecture program in that town. Why so, my dear? Because the oncoming age belongs to Krishna and his devotees. That's why. Now, Krishna is not. And he claims to be Var as well. Var means groom, and also one who selects one's bride. Yamevaish vrunate tena labdhaha. He who knows whom he lets know. In Sri Ramanuj's tradition, God himself picks up the soul to attain him. In Sri Shankaracharya tradition, it is soul who chooses to strive for God realization. In Lokacharya tradition, it is the spiritual master, the guru, who picks up the soul and unites with God. Now guess what an intercontinental business network is going to be started by our Natavara Vapu. Vapu means nectar showering, amritam pushnati iti vapuhu. Costumed in a gorgeous dress, not funny like that of Elvis Presley or Charlie Chaplin or Michael Jackson, not dancing like MJ. In that kind of dance there is nothing special, nothing sweet, only lots of buttock shaking and tremors. If you see a picture of Bruce Lee, his face shows as if a big slug is on the way to fall on him, and he is all strained and stunned down to handle it. So, same way, Michael Jackson's screaming and wild movements are nowhere in Krishna's majestic and romantic dance. This dancing God you will find nowhere in the scripture of any religion except Hinduism. Okay? So let's get back. Vam amritam pushnati iti vapuhu. Had there been no Krishna incarnation, nectar would have been dried up. It is in his three vigraha. That's nectar of all nectars. He comes to shower nectar through his physical presence. After all, what's the point of believing in that God who never appears to people, who dislikes to meet people, who sits so high that nobody can ever see him, touch him? So let not your belief, your doctrine, your philosophy be pointless. Oncoming generations would like to dump it on trash bin. So be practical, logical, systematic, scientific. Then you enjoy electronic gifts, computer gifts, satellite gifts. Right now and here, exactly the same way, you will enjoy the bliss of God right away. As soon as you know Him, okay? You will enjoy this bliss of God right away. As soon as you know Him, girdle your loin to settle your perspective right, okay? Karnayo karnikaram vibrat. Lord is wearing earrings of amalthas flower. The long multi-storied yellow flowers are hanging by his ears, dangling around his cheeks. Each ear has different flowers of amalthas. Yellow means, I'll hear your voice with multiple ears. Vibhradvasa kanagakavisham. Yellowish, reddish, kundan, quality of gold-colored silk dress is what Krishna is wearing, my dear friend. That's combination of prem and anurag. Why Krishna wears reddish golden dress, my dear friends? Because that's the color of Mother Earth, who has invited the Lord for this incarnation. Gaur bhutva sumukhim khinnam brahmanam sharanam yayo. When you appear in the home of some friend wearing something given by him or her, his heart is delighted. Krishna also delights the heart of Mother Earth by wearing her favorite color. Also, it is the color of Sri Radha. She is enveloping him, so he feels Pitam Ambaram Yenasa Pitambaram. One who has drunk the whole sky, or Sri Krishnena Punah Punah Pita, whom Krishna has affectionately, passionately kissed time and again. That's Radhika. That Radhika. Radhika reminding color is peat, reddish golden. Okay? That's Vajayantim Chamalam. Vajayantim Chamalam. Vajayantim Chamalam. He is wearing garland of Vajayanti flowers. What is mala, my dear friend? Malina Yasyam Samala. Where goddess of fortune, Lakshmi ji resides secretly, that is mala. Maliyate Yasyam. Ma Shobham Lakshmim Brahmam Laditi mala. Therefore, start wearing garland of flowers and you are going to be multi-millionaire. When you see Vanamala, we know no other person wears it except Lord Krishna. And Krishna's whole form with all his beauty wearing one mala zooms up and looms up and dazzles out. Vajayantim chamala. The same is this one, Vajayanti Mala is immense and intense, Krishna reminding, my dear. Many wise men say it is a long necklace of 9 gems. Others say it is garland of hundreds of 5 different perfuming flowers. Still one saint said it is the wealth of a wreath of 5 transcendental mellows, that is Shantam, Dasyam, Satyam, Vatsalyam, Madhuram, these mellows, okay? So, now it is your turn to accept whatever touches your heart. Take that meaning of Vajayanti Mala. Make intimacy with Krishna. Pour out your heart so much so that you become garland of Krishna's chest, in which the lovers of God have their access into their beloved heart. That is Vajayanti Mala. Lord Krishna always wears it. Never he goes anywhere without it. The perfume is always so strong and intoxicating that heart of new aspiring lovers of Krishna keep flying, buzzing around in the form of bumblebees. Randhran Veno, Randhran Veno, Adara Sudaya Purayan. He is blowing into the holes of flute through his nectarine lips. The flute. It is said, once upon a time, Sri Krishna sat on a slab in a cozy corner of Giri Govardhan. He whispered, Radha, Radha, Radha. Suddenly Radha began materializing and permeated all around. Radha, Puraspuradi Paschimadaschya Radha, Radha, Disavyamidakhinadaschya Radha. Goddess of learning. Saraswati Devi was very happy to see Lord Krishna has forgotten everything, but not hers. The Vag Devi, the goddess of speech. She assumed a luminous, benign form, folded palm, stood before the Lord. Who is it? Krishna asked. I am your beloved, O Lord. You have not forgotten me even at the moment of intense love. So, then Saraswati Devi said like this, and Krishna said, so what? Now I drop you. Krishna said, but why, my Lord? Why you want to forget me? Okay? Because you are extremely notorious for being guardian angel of loveless people, dry scholarliness. With you, one can become scientist, one can become poet, lawyers, professor, politicians, lecturers, rulers. You have nil credit in helping in the field of love. And this is a land of love. This Vrindavan is land of love. That is why I abandon you, dear Saraswati Devi. Krishna replied like this, but oh Lord, don't do that, because I am also presiding deity of awareness, alertness, which can be the foundation of Bhakti Devi or love. Krishna said, yes, it can be, but your benefactors work only for pure awareness or cosmic consciousness. You don't have a good record in the field of love like Sri Radha, the Gopis, and Sri Chaitanya, and Meera, and so get out. Oh my Lord, mercy, 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 please. And Saraswati Devi cried out, but could not help. At once goddess of learning fell down, my dear friend, inert. Okay? She died with her unfulfilled desire to be kissed by the Lord. So what happened? So she was born in Vrindavan as a bamboo reed which produced flute. That is what Krishna is playing. The ancient Vagdevi is there in the form of flute. The perfection of love is cognized only when dividing knowledge is discussed, my dear friends. Then only clinging on peripheral identifications cease. And then only submergence into Atlantic depths of love is possible. Therefore, go on dying always with an undying wish to have an ambrosial embrace with the Lord Sri Krishna, and you will have your chance. Gopa Vrindair Vrindaranyam Swapadharamano Pravishadgita Kirti. In the tradition of absolutists, in listening and being aware of the nature of your true self, you attain the ultimate truth. In the tradition of love, listening the glories and pastimes of God, you attain the truth. His praises are being sung by those who witnessed His sweet pastime. Who are these Gopas, my dear friends? Gopas are those who conceal Krishna through their intimacy. They confuse all those who have no spiritual future with Krishna and they intensify love of all those who are very sensitive. Brahma and Indra were confused seeing the pastimes of Gopal with Sri Krishna, whereas others' love increased in leaps and bounds like characters of Bhaktamal. So who are these Gopas, my dear friend? Shukla Yajurved says, Utainam Gopa Drishannu Taharyaha Sadrishto Mridayasina. This is again a Madhyamdin Samhita. Let that effulgent light whom the Gopas love and protect all who are striving to see, soothe our heart, granting us a sight. Yes, the same fortunate Gopas and the Gopis and holy cows are here. They are singing the praises of Lord Krishna, and Sri Krishna is singing the praises of Vrindavan. Pravishadgita Kirti. That which permeates the length of time is Kirti. That which spreads in length and width of space and length is called Yash, given by Yashodama. Yash is outstretch of whiteness, and Kirti is its stability. That is why Radha's mother is known as Kirtima. If you wish Sri Radha to come and abide in your heart, and Krishna move around her, you got to have great love for Kirtima. So, this side is Kirtima, Radha's mom, and that side is Yashoda mom, Krishna's mom. Yashah Datri Yashoda mom, remember this. Vedanta says, if you listen the glories of the nature of your true self, you realize. Bhakti Yoga says, if you listen the Yash and Kirti of the dancing God, you realize. Sanavanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam, that's what it is. Now Gopis are seeing vast expanse of Vrindavan, my dear friends. Snow-white, beautiful cows are moving. Following them, that golden silk-wearing one, a wild flower garland wearing one, peacock feather-crowned one is moving by the gate of dance, in tune with the music which he himself is producing on his flute. He is walking. Sometimes he smiles. Then he looks with sidelong glances. Then arching eyebrows. Then his crown dazzles out. Then his dress shines out. Then his bright earring reflects out on his cheek. Gopas are singing songs of his beauty and grace, my dear friend, in multi-dimensional wonder. That is also object of their song. There is only one spot worthy to surrender. In fourth ashram, all people, all kings take refuge. When the fire of Jnana and Vairagya burn out with expected speed, all gentlemen take refuge there, which is known as Aranya, the forest. Vrindaranyam sabadaramanam, and this is the best of all forests. Vrindaranyam sabadaramanam. Among all these worthy forests, Vrindavan is the supreme, because Swapadaramanam, it is abounding with footprints of the Lord. Swapadai Ankitai Ramanam, every nook and corner have Lord Krishna's footprints. Each dust particle has his footprints. Sri Vrindavan's beauty is in the beauty of those illustrious footprints, my dear friend. Our friend Baba Pulin Bihari Das is getting upset on me. He says, only Krishna's footprints. What about Sri Radha? Oh, of course, yes. Yes, Sri Radhaya Ankitai Padai Ramanam. Sri Krishna goes there, Sri Radha goes there picking up flowers with her friends. Sometimes in the night to enjoy moonshine, other times to Yamuna beach. Everywhere are the footprints of Sri Radha and Sri Krishna. In such an woodland of bliss and beauty, Ravishat, Samantad Avishat, he entered from all sides, okay? And lo, in the vast lake of Sri Vrindavan, Krishna is dancing, my dear friend. Iti venungravam rajan sarva bhuta manoharam Srutva vrajastriya sarva varnayantyo vire vire. Where words do not provide encounterment with the meaning, it becomes useless. Here is unique example of words' power. The Gopis begin to see exactly what they describe. The perfume of their love rose, permeating everywhere. Flowers of love bloomed. Honey of love began to drip from trees. All beings are captivated and began to look at the Lord. And he gazed at Gopis' heart. Gopis began to describe sights, visions, events more picturesquely, my dear friend. As they went on describing, so they began seeing and embracing Krishna again and again and again. And that became eternal. Now, the first group of Gopis said, who were them, my dear friends? They were Shruti Rupa Gopi. They are the ones the presiding deities of the humans of the Vedas, assuming the form of Gopis. Vagdevi Gopi said, they sang, Akchanvatam phalamidam na param vedama Sakya pasho nana viveshayaturvayasyai Vaktro rajesha sutayo anuveno jushnao yairvani vitamanurangagadaghya moksham. Love is always indescribable. One who says, I love you or I am encountering love, do not even know what love is. Beloved resides right in our heart. His love and our love for each other is seen personally. His transcendental form is the very success, the very fruit of having eyes. Through meditation and knowledge, there won't be the real fruit, the peak one, the peak success of having eyes. Through meditation only distractions, and through jnana, through knowledge, only misunderstanding of misidentifications could be removed. Nowadays, the fruits are enlarged, those fruits. All trees are injected, all fruits are injected. They are enlarged, more beautiful. And although it is not tasty, but they look very beautiful. What about this life's fruit? Life can also be said as fruit. There are four kinds of fruits of life, my dear friends. Many consider having enormous wealth the only fruit of life. Others say having girlfriends in all countries, in all races, enjoying delicious dishes of all cultures, shopping in World Trade Centers in all countries are the success of life. Others say earning great religious meritorious deeds and having a palatial mansion lasting for millions of years in paradise is the real success of life. And others say becoming king of paradise like Indra and Manu, that is the real success of life. And other people say by attaining cosmic consciousness is the real success of life. But Gopis are unique. They say the former fruits could also be evolved more and made more tasteful. These fruits can be evolved, can be integrated, and they can be made more tasteful, sweet, and far more bigger. That fruit is born from Devaki, nourished by Yashoda mom, and relished by all of us, the whole world. Sages got tired looking for it, but never got. We got it. We know it. Vidamaha. So what do you know? Swayam phalarupeti iti brahmakumaraha. How did you know? Knowing that one, everything else becomes known. Attaining this one, everything else becomes obtained. Thus we know. And Gopis say, you are my friend, you know my heart, I know yours. Our ideas and concepts and beliefs are similar. So come, I tell you. So what is the success of life? Vaktram rajesha sutayo Vaktram rajesha sutayo Anuvenu justam. Just having a full big peak at the countenance of two sons of Lord Gajraj, walking behind the flocks of holy cows entering the forest of Vrindavan. Many scholars say Vaktram is singular number. They refer to Krishna, but doing so, people may think she is Krishna free. So, she aids Balaram. Others say that Balaram actually, not Balaram. Balaram is not there, but Sahab Pashupala Balaha, the force of Gopa. They are Bala. Force means army. As it is written in Indian public places, Bharatiya Suraksha Bal, Indian Security Force. So Balram is not there, but Gopa group that is there. Others say there is Radha and Krishna and none else. Vrajeshascha Vrajeshau Vrishabhananandau Sutascha Sutacha Sutau Vrajeshayo Sutau Vrajesha Sutau Tayo Vrajesha Sutayo Radha Krishnayo. This way we can translate it as Radha Krishna. Nandaji is the Lord of Braj. Same way Vrishabhanuji is also the Lord of Braj. One has son, other one has daughter. Their son and daughter are standing, walking, both holding hand in hand. Bahajori chaladado rasikaladi leela dekho aisi bhati chhavi chitamani naina visha. Placing hands on each other's shoulders, their large lotus petal eyes, glancing lovingly to one another, walking along the path of Vrindavan. Thus the Gopis began to see in their Bhavalok, my dear friends. Yatra Sri Krishna Chandre Smita Ruchi Ruchire Chakchuradhaya Radha Yatra Sri Krishna Chandre Smita Ruchi Ruchire Chakchuradhaya Radha Vaktrindo Manda Mandam Pranayati Murali Mulladandro Maharshe. In Vrindavan, gentle, sweet, smile lightly held Sri Krishna, gazing lovingly at the moon-faced countenance of Sri Radha. When plays on his flute slowly and artistically, gazing. It echoes around in and through the cosmic existence. It enters all different celestial planets. Then what happens, my dear friends? Vaikunthe dhyanalina Akhila karana ganastat prabhu kama murcham Samprapa srir vishadi Namudamanamavai prabhadandadhyaloka. Then the Lord of Vaikuntha, who is always well organized, gets lost in oblivion. His consort goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi, looks left and right. From where the sound is coming, from where this fantastic music is coming, and citizens of that paradise feel their joy insignificant and longs for the resounding flute music, my dear friends. Bahajori chalatado rasikalari leela dekho aisi bhati chhavi chitavani naina vishal. So, my dear friends, the question is, what is the final truth? What is the final success of life? Shukdev says, Yedvanipitam, drinking through your eyes. Drinking what? Anurakta kataksha moksha. The countenance of the couple of the Lord freely distributing liberation or enlightenment or moksha through their tangled sidelong glances, as if proclaiming, "Oh, the suffering humanity! Oh, the enlightenment-seeking wise men of the world! Where do you groping and stumbling in the dark world for enlightenment, dear? Why don't you come to me? With me, just with my love-laden glances, enlightenment is automatically attained." It also means, my dear friend, those who want nothing, hanker for none, to him or her Krishna wants. He loves him so much that he showers enlightenment on him by his love-laden sidelong glances. But the guy is so weird and so smooth, being absolutely desireless that all enlightenments, all four kinds of liberations of Vaishnavism and few kinds of liberations of Advaitism, all mokshas which Krishna showers on him are just slipped away. Well, what do you like then? Krishna asks at last. Just drinking up your sidelong love-laden glances is all what I like, my Lord. That's why I let all kinds of enlightenment slip away, so that you keep giving and I keep drinking ambrosia of your sidelong glances uninterruptedly. Creations and civilizations and dissolutions may go on and on and on, but let our glantia ambrosia continue on and on, my Lord, eternity to eternity. Yairvani pitamanurapta kadaksham. Now let's have a peek into Shiva and Vrindavan. What's happening there? Chuta pravalana chunam pravala varvandavangon malamya malanu prigda paridhana vichitra veshau madhye virejaturalam Pashupalagoshthyam Range yatha nadavarau kvacha gayamano. Now cows are busy grazing lush green grasses, and there an assembly of Gopis is held in the center. Krishna and Balram are sitting. Many Rasikas of Vrindavan interpret Gopis have assembled around Krishna and Radha. Rasikas see no Balram but Sri Radha, or Balram himself terms Radha. It is said knowledge is power, Krishna is knowledge and Balram is power. So, it is up to you whatever you want to believe, my dear friends. You are completely free. Picturesquely decorated in garments matching with tender mango leaves, peacock feathers and bunches of flowers tugged into their curly locks, a pair of lilies fastened to their ears, fresh fragrant lotuses held in right hand, garland worn about their shoulders, looking most charming as a pair of excellent actors on the stage. Yes, like an actor on the stage. Actor assumes multi-million form. God is described in the Upanishad as Rupam Rupam Pratirupo Bhavuva Tadasya Rupam Pratijakchanaya. That's brother. Unless Unless he is multiform, his fullness, his perfection, his purnata will go inconsistent. His multiformness alone is the proof of his unity and oneness. Unity in diversity, okay, and diversity in unity. He wears mango blossoms called flute in Sanskrit, that is called. It means automatically fallen one from the tree top. It fell, and lo, Krishna picked it up and wore it on himself. Same way, peacock feather falls when he is in love with his pinion, and lo, Krishna picks it up and adorns himself. So unless God lifts and places by heart to a fallen one, who else could be his own? Okay? Vedanta Deshikacharya says, avoid the mishaps of the surrendered ones is the symptom of Sharanagat Vatsalta, my dear friends. That is the generosity, kind-heartedness, asrit jana dosha bhogyatva padanam, that is the word. Lokacharya says, not only avoiding, but one who turns the misfortunes of his own into his personal decoration, and he enjoys, to him I adore, he is my beloved Lord. Praval means ignorant children. Unless God accepts the lower than the lowest, it will go on turning narrower and narrower and narrower. Krishna plays with ignorance who know him not. He picks low class, Kujja and Mali and Shabri and so many. Utpal is fresh lotus blossom and Abja is old lotus. A religion which attracts only old people ends with the age, with those oldies. It must attract youths. Then only it survives. Krishna is wearing both blossoms on his form, on his Sri Vigraha. And look, he is sitting in the midst of Gopis, yet his elegance did not reduce. People worry among whom they are sitting. With the low people around, they feel inferiority complex. Just meditate on the Lord, and again some inner superiority. You will gain some inner superiority, my dear friends. Now, Range Yathanadavaro Vajagayamano. He is looking bewitchingly beautiful. He is acting, dancing, playing, singing on his flute, because he is an actor of the whole show. He is actor in the film and also the film producer as well. This world film is called a natak in Sanskrit. It is combination of two letters, na means no, don't. Atak means get tangled up. So, don't get tangled up is world drama or natak. The Sanskrit name for the show is world film. Show of the world film is natak. Okay? Natak, don't tangled up. So, the love the actor, okay? Love the producer, but don't lose sight of him involved in the play. Okay? Now, Kochagayamano, shaking his chin, moving his eyebrows, glancing all around, he is singing. Tade yati tanne yati taddure tadvantike. He is closer than the closest, closer than your nose, and further away than the farthest. And tadhavatornya nattiritishtat, remaining still and stationed, he trespasses all the mighty runners who are on marathon race with a tight fist and fastest speed. He is here And after 8 million species in 10 billion years and 50 trillion miles away, wherever you will reach, He has already arrived there long before you. Wherever you search for Him passionately, He looms up, shines up, dazzles up, and becomes the only reality of life. And you know what? He does all this dancingly. Now, Gopya Kimacharadaya Kushalam Smavenu Damodaradhara Sudhamapi Gopikanam Bhumte Saya Yadavane Narasamridinyo Rejandvanyodrumumunyo Naravo Yatharya. Now it is not for you. If by being grammarian, if you have lost all your intelligence, it is not for you. Or your brain is all burnt up playing logic all the time. By logic, if your brain is all burnt up, became smoky, or all your heart feelings are barbecued in low fire of worrying for a job or livelihood, or getting the wife you love, it is not for yoga asana practitioners, my dear friends, or kundalini awakeners, or maya finders, or even God realizers, even shastras and shivas. It is not for all that. No. So, if you are feeling wisely after psychological paralysis by working hard 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, somewhere in United States of America or United Kingdom of England or USSR, then you just sit back. You have no future. You are an utterly unfortunate dude. Gopi piyate, who drinks God experience nectar through her limbs, through her senses. That's Gopi. So, as soon as the Gopis heard the flute music, they longed and yearned to be one of the mango blossom, a leaf, a feather, a pitambara thread, and fly and wrap around the limbs of the beloved. Oh, why I was not born as bamboo? I could have become a flute then. Oh my, what great noble deed this flute has done in past life, that's drinking all the nectar from the lips of our beloved. He is my beloved. Kissing him is my property. And this flute has come from somewhere and drinking the lips' nectar so abundantly that seems nothing is going to be left for us at all. Why you feel so, dear? Another Gopi asked. Because he is drinking and pouring it all out to the whole world. Soon it will be drained out. Oh, you are absolutely right, friend. What to do then? Another Gopi said. Then advised, let us do something. What to do? Let us steal this flute. But look at this friend, these ponds who produced this flute are so happy. They are thrilled and overthrilled through their blooming lotuses. Saravo yatharya. These bamboo trees, bushes, watching the great fortune of one of their descendants shedding tears of joy. In first verse, cows are entering the forest, my dear friends. Revise your knowledge. In first verse, cows are entering the forest. Second, they are grazing. Third, Gopas are sitting around their beloved friend Sri Krishna. And thirdly, flute music resounding and spreading out far and wide. Now let's enter deeper, denser nectar. Vrindavanam sakhimuvo vitanoti kirtim yadevagi sudavadam mujalam Lakshmi Govinda Venu Manamadamayoranedhyam Prekshadrisanvaparatanyazamandazadvam. Oh, Vrindavan is enhancing the perfume, the glory, the flame of Bhudevi, Mother Earth, all the way to Vaikuntha Lok. Nobody knew or cared about Bhudevi in Vaikuntha. There is eternal sovereign empire of Sri Devi, the Lakshmi Devi, the prosperity. But now not only everyone know her, the Bhudevi, but even the Empress Sri Devi lays down herself wherever our prince steps down on the ground. Yad-devaki sutapadam mujalabdha Lakshmi. She not only lays down herself, but tosses and turns herself on the dust around his feet. Why so, dear? Because at the feet of the Lord is the residence of all prosperity and fortunes. Lakshmi Devi, stock marketing. Lakshmi Devi's wealth resides not in the black marketing, stock marketing, not in cunning steps of your business. Remember this. If you have gotten wealth that way, it is Aparita Lakshmi, abducted wealth. That is abducted Sri Devi. Soon her hubby, the Lord, will deliver her from your grip and punish you full well. Remember this point. In fact, real residence of Sri Devi is loving devotion at the lotus feet of God, where she resides on her own permanently, my dear friends. That is why India was prosperous before India was so prosperous, because loving devotion, the message of loving devotion was in everybody's lips. They practiced it. But now the prosperity is in the West, in America, in Europe. But how they have gotten that wealth? Doing all those heinous crimes to the humanity. I am not going in details of that. So that is Aparita Lakshmi. That is why they are constantly afraid of third world war, this war and that problem and that attack, that terrorism. So, because the husband, the hubby of Lakshmi Devi is going to free his wife from anyone who has stolen, abducted her, okay? The residence of Sri Devi is loving devotion at the feet of God, where she resides permanently. So this fortune that her co-wife Sri Devi could come and toss and turn in her dust is given to Bhudevi by Sri Vrindavan alone. Question arises, so what religion is followed in Vrindavan, by which goddess of prosperity tosses and turns on the dust all over? Shukdevji Maharaj answers, Govinda Venu Manamattamayoranityam Govinda Venu Manamattamayoranityam Govinda Venu Manamata Mayura Nitya. It means Govinda Venureva Manu Yasmin Tad Vrindavanam. Govinda Venu Manu. Manu is the founder of human race, as well as the first prophet of the first religion of the world. In Vrindavan, the flute alone is the Manu. Flute's command prevails all over Vrindavan. All act according to the tunes of the flute music. That's the secret. There are two states of separation, before union and after union. In before union state, it is your enthusiasm, your tormentation that turns your consciousness godized. Okay? What would you like to attain in life? Whom would you like to meet? If you say you don't care, it doesn't matter. That means Nirgun Nirakar or Sagun Sakar or any form of God. If you say doesn't matter, only thing, anything is okay, then in this vague state, everything is in limbo. No structure is created, no background for anything. Then you may be a big scholar, big preacher, top evangelist, but within yourself there will be a big mess. You have far away to travel. When you decide and make a goal that you got to meet someone, then its formation starts changing. A new structure is created. A young lady saw me and heard my discourse in Isoasis near San Francisco. Since then, her bad habits started dropping off, all one by one naturally. Her meat eating was dropped, drinking black tea, coffee, beer were all dropped. Non-spiritual associations were dropped. She became a pious, sober, a sari-wearing, spirituality-seeking American lady because she decided to meet me and learn the wisdom, and they were all prerequisite to it. Same way, when you make it a motto that got to meet Lord Krishna of Vrindavan, his pastimes, listening, relishing will become your favorite. That will become your way of life. It is not entertainment, remember, it is a chemical process of transformation from a big mess to Krishna love. The time is on the way when your heart turns Vrindavan. Whenever you want, just crane up your neck and see God in His loveliest pastime. See, Gokul is the place of Vatsalyaras. Lord's childhood pastimes are continuously going on there. Nandagaon is the center of Sakhyaras Leela Bhumi. Vrindavan is the center of Madhuryaras Leela Bhumi. As Swami Prabodhananda Hit Harivanshji Maharaj, Ananya Rasit Sri Haridas Ji Maharaj have described, all similar leelas are always going on, my dear. Always. But your heart television is lying broken. You don't have desire, and you don't have an anguish, a hunger to meet Him. What's the point in your too much knowing of everything? What's the point of your too much attaining that $1 billion bank balance and the big palace? If you want to relish the loving pastimes of Sri Krishna, a great lovingness is compulsory, my dear. No further journey is possible without longing. A longing is necessary, great longing. Tatra mulyamapi laulyameva kevalam. Now come and have darshan of Vrindavan. Feast your eyes today. Govinda Venu Manamata Mayura Nityam. Sri Krishna is standing on a crystal rock of Giri Govardhan and playing his flute. Flying all the way, flocks of peacocks have come, and surrounding him, filled with ecstasy according to his tunes and melodies, they are dancing. Krishna is smiling, looking at them, my dear, with his love-laden glances. Prekshadrizanvaradanyadamandadanvam. Looking at this picturesque sight, all living beings of Giriraj Valley became silent, quiet. Empire of peace expanded far and wide. Govinda Venumanama Tamayura Nitya. Krishna's flute is resounding, so sweet, so delicious, so wonderful, that Brahmaji forgot his work of creation, my dear friend. Sheshaji started humming in overjoy. Clouds passed and rolled no more, thunder no more, only they rumble gently, afraid to disturb the rhythm of flute music, my dear. Ocean of nectar is overflowing. This is Vrindavan. Dhanya, dhanyasmamudamadayo piharanyayeta. Yanandanandanamupata vichitravesham. Akarnya venuranitam sa Krishna sara. Pujam dadhurvirajitam pranayavalokai. Oh, blessed indeed are these deers, though four-footed animals. On hearing the music of flute, they run down, leaping and jumping with their hobbies from all corners of the forest, and perform an exquisite worship to our picturesquely dressed Nanda Nandan, our dear Nanda Nandan Krishna, through their innocent, sweet, loving glances. Definitely, Gopis says, definitely they are eternally blessed, my dear Gopis, dear friends. If you are blessed with bright intelligence, it will be honorable. If you invest it to understand Tattva-gyan and Brahmatra. If you are blessed with handsome, robust, beautiful body, you will be honorable if you keep your character neat and clean. If you are blessed with a pair of beautiful eyes, you must sanctify them with darshan of Sri Krishna, my dear friend. So, now come your bright intelligence. Now, bright intelligence is not for breaking head on stock exchanges or rush limbug stuff. Your beautiful body is not just for crazy sex indulgence. Your beautiful eyes are not just to stare at inert Eiffel Tower, Buckingham Palace, or Grand Canyon. No, not at all. Come in Vrindavan and watch the beauty of well-decorated flute-playing Krishna. Don't fall down lower than these deers and antelopes. Pujam dadhurvirachitam pranayavalokai. How they are worshipping, my dear friends. These poor creatures have no sandal paste at all, no garland at all, no sweetmeats to offer, no hands to fold in honor. So they have only one choice. And what's that? Pranayavalokai, pranayavalokai, pranayavalokai. What is pranaya, my dear friends? Pranaya means to create. Wisdom does not create. It only disillusions you and illuminates the reality clearly. But pranaya does create the atmosphere of love. Whatever love you have, with whomsoever it is addressed to, just unite it with Sri Krishna. It will create a new transformation of your heart that will make your life a grand worship, a grand worship. Mahapuja, Maha-archa. When the Lord saw the deers and does have come together and doing me worship devotedly, the Lord also looked at them graciously, my dear friend. His loving glance united with theirs, then they all are thrilled and felt highly honored. Gopis' heart aches that deers are able to worship and honor, but they are unable to do so. They are unable to do so. Krishnam nirikshya vanidot savarupashila srutva cha takkunitavenu vichitra geetam devyo vimanagataya smaranunasara Bhrashyad mradhu nagamara murvinivya. First reddish golden silk dress and other items of peculiar decoration is described. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. My dear friends, remaining half of this discourse will be completed in next tomorrow. Thank you very much. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.